Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day practice question. Question was, which of the following diseases is not covered under the Global Fund? Cholera, malaria, HIV/AIDS or tuberculosis? The correct answer is option A, cholera. The Global Fund is a worldwide movement to defeat HIV, TB and malaria and ensure a healthier, safer, more equitable future for all. It was launched in 2002. Over the 20 years that followed, the Global Fund partnership has invested more than $54.4 billion, saving 50 million lives and reducing the combined death rate from the three diseases by more than half in the countries. It raises funds on a 3-year cycle, bringing longer-term predictability in the fight against AIDS, TB and malaria, and in reinforcing resilient and sustainable systems for health. Hence, option A is correct. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, the World Economic Outlook or WEO is published by which of the following ones? World Bank Group, Asian Development Bank, World Economic Forum or International Monetary Fund? The correct answer is option D, International Monetary Fund. The World Economic Outlook or WEO is published by the International Monetary Fund. Hence, option D is correct. It publishes 2 WEOs each year in April and October, as well as 2 updates in January and July to policymakers around the globe. The IMF does state that more than a third of the global economy will contract this year or next, while the 3 largest economies, the United States, the European Union and China, will continue to stall. The increasing price pressures remain the most immediate threat to current and future prosperity by squeezing real incomes and undermining macroeconomic stability. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the sloth bear. 1. It is endemic to the Indian subcontinent. 2. It is listed as vulnerable in the red list of IUCN. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the International Union for Conservation of Nature has declared October 12 as World Sloth Bear Day. The sloth bear, Melursus ursinus, is endemic to the Indian subcontinent and occurs in India, Nepal, Bhutan and Sri Lanka. Hence, statement 1 is correct. My sloth bear is unique among the bear species in being adapted to myrmecophagy, that is to eating ants and termites, which form a large proportion of its diet. IUCN lists the sloth bear as vulnerable, hence statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is correct. India has 4 species of bears: Asiatic black, sloth, sun and Himalayan brown bear. All Indian bear species are listed under Appendix 1 in CITES and Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Next question is, the term red notice is used in the context of which of the following organizations or bodies? Interpol, International Union for Conservation of Nature, UN Peacekeeping Forces or Enforcement Directorate? The correct answer is option A, Interpol. Interpol says red notices are issued for fugitives wanted either for prosecution or to serve a sentence. A red notice is a request to law enforcement worldwide to locate and provisionally arrest a person pending extradition, surrender or similar legal action. Hence, option A is correct. RNs contain information that helps identify wanted persons such as their names, dates of birth, nationality and physical attributes such as the color of their hair and eyes, as well as pictures and biometric data such as fingerprints if they are available. RNs also mention the crime or crimes they are wanted for. An RN is published by Interpol at the request of a member country. The fugitives may be wanted for prosecution or to serve a sentence. The country issuing the request need not be the home country of the fugitive. An RNS is only an international wanted persons notice. It is not an international arrest warrant. Next question is, the exercise PowerEX is related to which of the following ministries? Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Textiles, Ministry of Power or Ministry of Electronics and IT? The correct answer is option D, Ministry of Electronics and IT. Recently, exercise PowerEX was hosted by CERT-IN on its exercise simulation platform. CERT-IN works under the Ministry of Electronics and IT. Hence, option D is correct. The theme of the exercise was defending cyber-induced disruption in IT and OT infrastructure. The objective of the exercise was to recognize, analyze, and respond to cyber incident in IT, that is information technology, and OT, that is operational technology systems. Next question is, in the context of the world geography, Port 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 was in the news. It is associated with which of the following countries? France, Canada, South Africa, or Brazil? The correct answer is option C, South Africa. Recently, INS Turkish reached Port 𝐃𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢, also known as Port Elizabeth, South Africa, to participate in the 7th edition of IBSAMAR, a joint multinational maritime exercise among Indian, Brazilian, and South African navies. Hence, option C is correct. Port Elizabeth is a port city in Eastern Cape Province, southern South Africa. It lies on Algoa Bay of the Indian Ocean. Its deep water harbour enclosed by a breakwater. Port Elizabeth was established in 1820 as a British settlement around Fort Frederick, 1799, the oldest British building in southern Africa, and was incorporated as a town in 1861. The city's port at times handles imports for Zambia and Zimbabwe and exports manganese ore, wool, petroleum products, and fruit. Tourists are attracted by fine beaches, surfing, and nearby Addo Elephant National Park. Next question is, in the context of Indian biodiversity, which of the following states recently notified the India's first slender loris sanctuary? West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, or Karnataka? The correct answer is option B, Tamil Nadu. In a first in the country, Tamil Nadu government notified Kaduvur Slender Loris Sanctuary covering 11,806 hectares in Karur and Dingidul districts recently. Hence, option B is correct. Slender lorises, which are small nocturnal mammals, are arboreal in nature as they spend most of their life on trees. Slender lorises are native to India and Sri Lanka, and their genus comprises two species, the red slender loris found in Sri Lanka and the grey slender loris, which is found both in India and in Sri Lanka. They have a lifespan of approximately 15 years and generally feed on insects, reptiles, plant shoots, and fruit. They are listed as endangered as per the International Union for the Conservation of Nature. They act as a biological predator of pests of agricultural crops and benefit farmers. Next question is, which of the following is related to the Morges Manifesto? Worldwide Fund, UN Development Program, UN Environment Program, or Global Footprint Network? The correct answer is option A, Worldwide Fund. Wildlife populations monitored across the globe have declined by a massive 69% between 1970 and 2018, according to the WWF's Living Planet Report, or LPR 2022. Latin America and the Caribbean regions have seen the largest decline of monitored wildlife populations globally, an average decline of 94% during the period. Freshwater populations have declined by 83% on average compared to other species groups. The IUCN Red List shows cycads are the most threatened species, while corals are declining the fastest, followed by amphibians. Worldwide Fund, or WWF, was founded in April 1961 when a small group of passionate and committed individuals signed a declaration that came to be known as the Morges Manifesto. Hence, option A is correct. WWF is based in Gland, Switzerland. Next question is, with reference to the Prime Minister's Development Initiative for Northeast Region, or PM-DivINE scheme, consider the following statements. 1. It is a central sector scheme with 100% central funding. 2. It will have an outlay of rupees 6,600 crore for the 4-year period from 2022-23 to 2025-26. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are not correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Recently, the Union Cabinet has approved a new scheme, Prime Minister's Development Initiative for Northeast Region, or PM-DivINE. It is a central sector scheme with 100% central funding and will be implemented by the Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region or DONER. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It will have an outlay of Rs 6,600 crore for the 4-year period from 2022-23 to 2025-26. Remaining years of 15th Finance Commission period. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option D is correct. This scheme was announced in the Union Budget 2022-23 to address development gaps in the Northeastern Region or NER. It will lead to creation of infrastructure, support industries, social development projects, and create livelihood activities for youth and women, thus leading to employment generation. Next question is, the river Ganga bifurcates this tiger reserve into 2 parts. It was the 48th Tiger Reserve of India. Apart from river Ganga, the another river Ravasan is also associated with it. What is it? 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 Tiger Reserve, Rajaji Tiger Reserve, Dudhwa Tiger Reserve, or Valmiki Tiger Reserve. The correct answer is option B, Rajaji Tiger Reserve. On 15th April 2015, central government notified Rajaji as 48th Tiger Reserve of India and 2nd Tiger Reserve, first in 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 of Uttarakhand state. It was named after C. Rajagopalachari, lovingly known as Rajaji, the first Governor General of independent India, as it was on his behest that the sanctuary was created. River Ganga bifurcates the park into 2 parts. Ravasan River is also associated with this tiger reserve. Forests of Rajaji include the moist Shivalik Sal forest, moist mixed deciduous forest, northern dry mixed deciduous, and 𝐾𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 forest in the southern slopes. Low alluvium savanna woodlands cover the drier southern margins of the park. The higher reaches of the Shivalik hills are swathed in Chir pine forest. Hence, option B is correct. Last question is, the Cheriyal scroll painting are made in which of the following states? Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, or Telangana? The correct answer is option D, Telangana. The Cheriyal scrolls paintings are made in Hyderabad. They are made by ragi dough that is shaped into scrolls and then hand painted with vegetable colors. The scrolls depict scenes from the Ramayana, Mahabharata, or other epic folk stories. The traditional art form was inseparable from the job of the storytelling Beledier community known as 𝐾𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢. The scroll would go up to 40 to 45 feet long. It would usually be about 3 feet wide and written in vertical format. Traditional scrolls are set horizontally, meaning it shows the story spread across the page. Hence, option D is correct. Now it's time for the practice question. In the context of international politics, Steadfast Noon is referred to Research Station of Russia in Arctic, Global Seed Vault, NATO's nuclear deal, or fastest quantum computer. Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.